3 of the best of 3 series between Team Progress and the Stiffys.
So in chat we did post another straw poll for round 2. It was 50-50 again.
Oh, yep. Yep.
With 24 votes.
Yep.
So
we ready?
You guys are indecisive. We are ready.
Yeah.
Ready?
3,
2,
1.
1. Go. All right. So once again on Team Stiffys, since the Rampage was stolen from them, he's running the white tiger. No, he's running the new Tiger Chimera skin.
Oh, he's got
that's
the new
Sergeant Flop. Yeah, he's got the new one. He's running that on Sergeant Flop. He's going to be Chimera. Devil Troop once again with the comfort pick on Carbon Steel. Faint Elite rocking Gadget with the Challenger skin. Mixed Slackin'. Master Murdoch once again. And Thought Barrage on the Sevarog.
Cool. And for Team Progress, we have the tie-in, stolen Master Rampage here in the jungle to try and show off Floppy a little bit and how easy it can be. Rageous with the Bellica, Witch Bellica in mid lane, so we've got some Halloween going on here. Murderous Otto with the Fae solo lane. Crutchies and Chucharino with their Richter Sparrow dual lane of comfort. Oh, Crutchies in the mid lane.
We might see some...
Already with the early game gank from Crutchies. Jumps up. There's the knockup from the Bellica. Crutchies gets the big whiplash, and that is going to be first blood for Bellica. Only a minute into the game, so hopefully this game goes a little faster paced and a little more aggressive than a 30-minute Tier 2, Tier 1 tower.
That was perfectly executed by Crutchies there. Pochapa couldn't have done it better himself. It was perfect hook, perfect body block, gave the kill to Rageous. This Bellica, if this gets off the floor, she's going to have a dominant lane.
This is how I would like to see Richter playing, you know, roaming, setting those kills.
After winning the last game with his amazing hook onto McSlacken there and allowing the opening for the ballsy call to be made to go for the core, Crutchies has got some confidence and he's making some plays. Good to see. Beautiful. Yeah, much more confidence. So
a lot more confidence, especially at that Richter in the early roam. No one expects the support over in the mid lane in the first minute in the game.
Yeah, especially Richter with that hook. So scary. That early pressure that hook has is just devastating, really. So, see Fort Barrage should be the same story with the bullying on Otto's side early, but as soon as Fort Barrage hits level 5, he's probably gonna clear the wave and throw him off to the jungle and get.
Wow, Devil is getting caught.
Again?
Near black buff. If he was
got caught near the black buff. He does manage to charge out. If the Whiplash does land, it'll be big. Misses by just an inch, and then Rageous is going to go down in the mid lane to Sergeant Floppy and Faint Elite. So it is now 1-1 in the mid lane, and for the entire team, for just an early aggressive game, which is a nice change of pace from last two.
Chimera showing some early dominance, able to get a gank off of his own, and also give the kill over to his mid laners. The mid laners are 1-1. Rageous only has one farm though. One single minion kill. Even though he has the advantage in lane. This has been the crux though of Progress at the moment, is their farming. They're definitely getting behind in farm. Every game we've seen that so far in the series, all three. They get behind in this farm. When they do start to hit towards 16, they even up the pace. In terms of card points, they play very well. They're very good when they even. They have good synergy and stuff, but they need to get their farming on point here, because if they don't pick up the slack on this farming, McSlacken himself will be out farming their entire team. So.
King Cobra, if you're wondering what's going on here, this is Team Carbon's in-house tournament. The final couple games of it, so you came in at the right time. I think Blood Marius could explain what exactly the tournament is a little better than me, so I'll let him do that for you.
So, Carbon in-house tournament is formed from a bunch of our community. You can easily join. We're just going to put !Carbon in the chat. You can come join Carbon and sign up, and you can come join events like this. We do lots of coaching, teaching, and everything. All these players are learning under our wings, and it's nice to see. I mean, Mako Segla's recently become a bit of a coach for Team Progress here, and as we can see, it's really paying off. I mean, Crutchies has been so aggressive even on this half-health Richter here. He's just taught them all they know in terms of macro. Oh, we see Floppy on the solo. Otter taking some damage, but no, just a disengage. So he taught them all their warding and everything. Mock did, and Team Progress have been performing exceptionally in the tournament. They are a full pre-made team, whereas most of the other teams are slapped together. But like Sergeant Floppy here, the other EU members, apart from Rustress, so that would be Sergeant Floppy, Yo, I'm Mikey. Oh my god.
You don't know your own team members?
Yeah, Pochapa.
You organized
that
this
is
team,
terrible.
you brought them
And
together, you don't know who they are?
They all made their own teams with their own names.
Guys,
so.
I'd start looking for a second team. Apparently you're expendable.
Oh no, they've been doing great. It's very nice of them to help out in the event and become captains of the teams. We assigned them some Carbonites and they've been leading them. Floppy, he's got a decent team here, of course. Faint Elite and Fort Barrage are very strong players, and they've had a very nice tournament so far. They only lost the first game in the best of one back in the winners bracket against Team Progress. Then they won all their games up to this grand final. They've dropped one game just now against Team Progress, but it's 1-1 in the series, and well, hopefully in this game 3 we'll see a interesting one. I don't know. I don't know if you can top that core backdoor there we just saw. That was really
The
nice.
old base race.
Yeah, as minions invaded their own. Right, so simply just gonna be farming again though. Are we gonna see any more players?
Oh, we did.
Resident Sleeper in chat. Resident Sleeper in chat.
Yep. It's just farm wars again, but I mean, this always seems to benefit Stiffys. They've got a 35 farm advantage, so
yeah, I'm thinking how Stiffys gonna handle Rampage.
Yeah, because he's not comfortable on it. Like, we don't know if the tie-in is comfortable on Rampage or not. He does have the Master Skin.
I know he's comfortable on Rampage. He is comfortable.
Yeah.
He loves Rampage.
Tie-in loves Rampage?
Yep, it's one of his favorites, so he's happy to have it. But we'll see if the Sevarog, Fort Barrage, if he picks up a Bane Flesh, he could do that to help negate the ult, but otherwise they don't really have another means of stopping this Rampage.
Okay, I see like way better Harvester control from Progress this time. They got OP, they got the jungle one and yeah, the red one, lane one, so...
Yeah, very good. Only that blue lane, still no Harvester placed, it's just left alone, the poor thing. It's very untouched.
Yeah, if they would get that, could
be nice.
get like a big lead only.
Yeah, with how drawn out they're taking these games and how much it's a bit of farm build, like every Harvester becomes more and more important the longer the game draws out. You get a lot of value out of these Harvesters, and even though they're going to have a farm disadvantage to Team Progress here, if they can manage these Harvesters efficiently, just those two Harvesters will probably keep it pretty even. So, very important objectives. Harvesters are important.
Tie-in is going to be picking up that red buff, and that should maybe see a gank or two. I'm really interested to see how Tie-in is going to play his Rampage in comparison to the enemy team, because, you know, Sergeant Floppy's owned it this entire time. Now Tie-in's like, no, let me show you how to... This is my time to shine!
Yeah.
Well, Tie-in's better step up his game lane, because Floppy is a bit of a scary one in terms of the Rampage is his favourite hero, so in the jungle. Tie-in does have to step it up to be able to contend with that kind of Rampage pressure, and well, hopefully for Team Progress that can be accomplished, but I just can't wait to see this Bellica play. This Witch Bellica, that hat looks so good. It looks fantastic as she runs around, but yeah, she's got a powerful kit for dealing with the gadget. She's going to be maxing out, she's maxing out the drone on the right click. She's got level 2 in both. Maybe evening them out, Wave Clear and the drone. The drone's very, very powerful. You don't actually have to build much damage to enable it. It's got high base damage, and if she's going for the Yo I'm Mikey build, which she very well might, our Carbon and U build, she might go Satori Cloak and Heavy Armor, which will make her very
Oh, Devilish,
she
who's caught between the two. Tie-in instead goes on top of the Murdoch. They slack and bumps him away, but the rock does hit. There's the Richter with the big Riplash and ultimate to keep him in place. Now Tie-in has body blocked him from the lane. He's not going absolutely anywhere. They're trying to get around. It's not going to happen anytime soon, as McSlacken slowly gets slapped into the ground by the Rampage. And now Devilish is trying to get out the shock therapy. Does go off, but on the other side of the map, Sergeant Floppy does manage to pick up a kill on Judgerino. So now it's a 3. Oh, there's the big subjugate. He decides to jump up. So that is a 1-for-1 with the entire blue team rotating over to the duo lane. That was a very nice rotation from the blue team.
Yeah, that
was, they might get the tower now.
Yeah, that could be a tier 1 tower. Sergeant Floppy's going for it. He's got triple buffs. That's a black buff ticking.
Yeah, that's the tower.
Boo-boo.
Tie-in's in trouble.
That's still going in.
Try and jump out. Churcherino has spawned and he is back. into the lane, but that's not going to really do a whole lot. Tyan is actually, what, level 7 now? He's ahead of most people. Actually, no, Sergeant Floppy has now hit level 8 with that tower going down. Pretty surprising turn of events. The Sparrow was left alone to her own devices as the enemy team caught them out in the Black Pit. Which is really probably the biggest problem there. If they had focused with Steel, Steel might not have been able to get out as easily, and they would have been able to protect the Sparrow. Instead, Tyan chose to go on the Murdoch, which was a pretty big thing to do, but it left both the tank and the support. Yeah, both the tank and the support to try and take the kill, opposed to the Sparrow, and that really hurt them. Eventually, lost in the tower.
Yeah, that was a bit of poor coordination. They were a bit outnumbered there, and Chicharina got picked off, and then Regis was split up and also got picked off when Floppy rejoined the fight. Tyan and the Crutchies did a good job taking out the Murdoch, but it took them so long in comparison to what Stiffys had on Chicharino, so unfortunately that doesn't work out for Team Progress, but Stiffys, they're getting a bit of a lead going on here. They've got the
60 farm advantage again.
Oh yeah, 50, yeah, almost at 60. 56, it's pretty huge. This farm advantage just climbing and climbing. And it's just been like this every single game, so I guess either Stiffys are going to get a huge lead here, and if they get these kills, then Towers, they're going to capitalize on it, and we'll see a similar to game 1. Or if, you know, Progress can stall it out again long enough, maybe we'll see a, you know, the game 2.
Alright,
I mean,
so...
Crutch is still at 9 cards.
Oh, fail.
And is this going to be anything? Yeah, Slack took a little damage. Rampage going to ult and jump right in right away. And he's going to get Colossal blown back to tower range.
Out.
Sergeant Floppy runs in to take on Murderous Otter, but Tyan uses the rocket out. Are we going to see a call? He uses the attack speed buff to apply a little bit of damage, and Murderous Otter uses the Harvest Nettles to poke the Chimera just a little bit to get that mana back. Free harassment on that one. Tower taking a little more damage, but nothing else aside from a bit of a stalemate and a show of muscle from both teams in the solo lane.
Yeah, and we see a disengage again. It was pretty good by Otter and Tyan to disengage that. Tyan went very ballsy there, didn't know Floppy was coming, didn't know what he was getting himself into, but the Colossal Blow from Several kind of saves his life a bit, but also cancels out this Rampage ult. That won't be accessible for a while, though he does have blue buff, so it will be a shorter cooldown.
If we look at the straw pool, 12 votes, and is going 67% Stiffys.
Wow, Stiffys.
That's what we're at right now.
People favouring Mr. Floppy and his team, so Murderous Otter not getting
favouring Floppy Stiffys?
Yep, Floppy Stiffy, they do favour that over the progression that Murderous Otter's team has taken, but, well, I mean, game 2, it was very close, bearing in mind it was a very ballsy call, one misstep that did cost him.
Barrage might go down, he tries to dash away, but gets hit by the Rampage Rock. Rampage taking the tower as Murderous Otter picks up the kill on the Sevarog, and that is going to bring the score back to 3-3 and 3
in the jungle.
On the... Ooh, got a fight going to the jungle.
Floppy looking for Crutchies, he blinks away.
Crutchy's buying those early blinks all over the place.
Saves his life.
Yeah, it does.
I am the ult is up,
times.
so I think
That's
like
a dead
Slacking
tier 1.
should be back.
Yeah, Murderous Otter has no mana, so he's got no threat of really dying here if he just hangs back. And yeah, that's going to be a tier 1 tower going down, so I mean, the lead that Stiffy's just got is just sort of dropped a bit as Fort Bros goes down there. He did actually use his ultimate to try and save his life there, but didn't actually do much. But yeah, it's sort of evened up the game a little bit. So, Progress and Stiffys very evened here. Off to see.
Fainty's actually soaring way ahead of the enemy team, Team Progress. He's at 21 card points now. He should be backing. Should be backing very shortly to spend those points. But 21 card points
I mean,
to the 12 on Crutchies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that huge farm advantage. He's above Ragius so much. Like, Ragius is only an 18, and when by mine, he's only just got
every game, I think, like that.
Yep. Yeah, the farm, Faintly has just done a very good job farming up.
Yeah.
Ragius might need to work on his last inning a little bit and try and get that up, or wave clear.
To be fair, farming with Gadget isn't exactly the hardest thing to do.
Yeah,
To be fair, doing
Rageous
anything with Gadget isn't the hardest thing to do.
Rageous has played a variety of mid laners here, but it has been the same story of faintly out farming him, so...
Yeah. Especially
might
on
be one thing to look
Bellica,
at.
like, what is it?
Oh,
Gadget
they
uses
just-
1 Q, uses about 60 mana, while Bellica has to use like 130, 140 just to get a wave clear.
Yep. That is true. Wow.
So we have a bit of a vision
might see
control
some
going on in the
aggression.
jungle over in the blue lane towards the orange jungle. And he's going to be
Deep
able to
warding.
successfully put that one down. Yeah, gets
Oh,
a deep ward
barrage.
off.
Yeah, he popped.
May see a little bit of a skirmish in a minute here towards the mid lane.
Oh, Devil.
And there's
Goes in.
Steel going in with the ultimate from the jungle.
He's got no mana.
Decides to zone him out. Has no mana. Sergeant Floppy gets knocked up by Rageous, jumps on top of Crutchies. There's the call. He might get the kill. He tries to ult to protect himself from the Tesla Dome, but not gonna be enough, and Crutchies finally goes down.
That's a tier 1, I think.
From a big, yeah, that's gonna be another tier 1.
Stiffys clawing in the
Ooh,
middle.
McSlacken going for an ultimate from across the map, does not manage to land that one.
They might. Not. Yeah.
Well, he gets out. Oh, there's the Bellica ult going to
Wow.
land, but not doing enough damage onto the steel. Now Chicharito does
they
have a
might
gadget
still
mine
might
and a
get
slow in them.
Luffy,
I'm not too sure if they should go back in on
Disengage.
that one. Yeah, over on Floppy's team, they might get a tier 1 in the solo lane.
Yeah,
As
off
both
to
McSlacken and Thought Barrage are pushing up onto Murderous Otter, who's going to be running out of mana very, very shortly. And Chicharito is trying to rotate over there if he can. There's the subject to land Murderous Otter and slow him out. The Fey Bomb is going to go down. There's the ultimate. Chicharito goes in, throws down the hail of arrows, and the ultimate trying to pick off whatever she can, do as much damage. McSlacken taking a whole lot of damage from the Fey and Sparrow combo. Thought Barrage just ditches his ADC, runs right off into the jungle. He might get caught as he's in the enemy jungle's half of the map. No one is responding to the call just yet. Thought Barrage roaming through with less than a quarter health. He decides to back, but Rage is right behind him. There's the knockup.
No.
There's the drone. And zaps in the back of the head. Murderous Otter gets the
takes
pick.
the kill again. He took both those kills. He's gonna have so much card points now.
Yeah,
24.
Murderous Otter 3-0 now with 24 card points. Starting to catch up to the enemy team.
Oh, yeah,
and
took the kill
mid
from
laner.
Chicharito though. This Sparrow could
Yeah.
have been so fed. He took away 2 kills there that Sparrow could have gotten. Big shame. That could have been a really fed carry.
Chat's calling for KS.
Yeah, exactly. Oh dear. Well, Thought Barrage tried to escape there as he ditched his carry, but couldn't quite make it. He did have that ward in the jungle, was hoping he wasn't spotted as he tries to recall, but Ray just popped along and said hello chap, and
He went the wrong direction too. He kind of walked towards it.
Crutchies.
Oh, there's the missed Whiplash from Crutchies. Fei running circles around the enemy team as Devil goes in for the shield slam, dropped onto the Tesla Dome. Tyan taking a lot of damage even inside the Rampage ult right now. And now Sergeant Floppy jumps into Crutchies and calls him, kills him. Rage is now running away. Murderous Otter pulls into the Fey ult, walks away, and that is going to be 1 death for Team Progress. And now Sergeant Floppy's team is looking to press an advantage. There is a bit of a minion wave being pushed in both side lanes for each team. Thought Barrage going to come in and Colossal blow the 1 on that one side. Meanwhile, Chicharito is looking to clear the 1 over in the left side. And we're seeing a bit of an advantage in Crest mid lane. Rageous is going to use her knockup to try and prevent the minions from being attacked. They should be able to get the mid tower finally, and Rageous should go down with it. Bellica dropping the bomb right now. There's a sticky bomb and seeking to sort of slow down the Bellica, but they're going to get the tower, and Rageous can get out with his life. Rampage trying to zone out the enemy team. They don't really care. They're just going to leave with their victory.
I'm not sure why they left mid completely open to push.
Not ideal for Progress there. They lost on Crutches again. He gets caught, bit too overextended, and costs him his life and misses the hook and stuff. Luckily, Otter does escape. He is worth a lot of CP, so they do need to kill Murderous Otter. He'll give a lot of advantage to the Stiffys there. But yeah, just a bit of a misstep again. We will see the Bellica come online late game if the Team Progress can stall out. I can confirm this is now the Satori build, which Yon, Mikey, and I use. Oh, crutches, is he caught again? Look at him.
Oh, jeez. Now we know why he buys Blink Charm. There's going to be the long and a lot of slow amount of travel mode. So Steel can go in with a shield slam. He's now caught, but the enemy team is looking to do what they can to help him get out. There's Richter going to ult to stun out Devil Troop, and now Tie-End is going to go on the enemy team, but McSlacken is in the right position to shotgun Richter right in the mouth. Tyron doing his best to stop the team from progressing. Ooh. Oh, there's a big rock to the mouth. Devil's gonna walk out with no mana and a little bit of health, just kind of limping away from that one. We could see some pressure being added to the tier 1 in the solo lane, but the team decides to back off and do what they can to just get their 1-kill victory and go far and reset.
I think Cherino could push that lane and get that tower.
Yeah.
Maybe if they want to rotate, if no one from Stiffy will rotate there, like Creep's
They're
gonna
beginning to now.
take the tower, but
Yeah. This is twice though we've seen Devil go with his ultimate and he hasn't had enough mana for the charge. And he just sort of stands there and punches. It's like, oh, this isn't good. But he did go down in the end there.
oh yeah, that tower will go down.
That tower is going down. Steel's not going to be able to do nearly enough to clear that one out.
Yeah, if you want to
There's
make it there.
3 range minions and a siege minion, and it lives!
It lives!
It
He saves it
lives.
with the charge.
Displacing the minions to just enough to prevent them from doing real damage.
I do think a lot of this game does come down to, not really one will come this time, it's just more if Stiffy slip up here. They're a very strong team at the moment, they've been doing very well. The main issue is they keep getting these little missteps in the late game. They can either win the game early, like they did in game 1, they're Gucci, or if late game they just try not to get caught out of position like McSlacken or something, because that will cost them the game. The Bellica does enable this. She's very good at picking people off. She is going for the Satori build. She can shred all the armor of the opponents, which is very strong late game. She's got loads of base damages and everything. And with access to
And
the
the build
Satori,
is very tanky.
yeah, she'll be so tanky running around the fights. I doubt it's the Everglass build, because I don't think I've given that to him yet. But he's definitely running Mikey's Satori build there. You can tell from the 8-cost Crystal Conduit, that's bang on in the build on curve. And yeah, so it's going to be quite potent late game. It got along with the Sparrow DPS, the Richter hooks for picks, they got the Fae ult to group people up for the Sparrow, and we got the Rampage durability. So late game, it definitely does favour, I think, team progress, especially with the Chimera falling off. But if
Flop Mara.
It's Flop Mara.
One thing Richter needs to do is, like, he has Blink Charm, which helps Richter get those big engages for the ultimate, but he's getting himself caught out, and he's having to use the tank is having to use Blink Charm to disengage.
Yep.
And that is really hurting him and his enemy team, because Richter isn't as tanky as most people think, especially with Crunchy's build. He's still only at 15 CP. Floppy's going rages. There's the knockup and the drone going down. The jump stabs him in the back of the head, but not going to be enough. Rage is now caught out in his own jungle by the enemy team. There's the fail to try and help. Devil goes in for the shield slam. McSlacken shoots Valka in the back of the head. And that's a little bit of domestic abuse between the two of those guys as Bellica goes down.
Who's gonna kill Alter? Like, Alter is worth a lot.
They're gonna give it
to out of there. There's the call to blow up the Fae. Cut her in half.
Yep, so Sergeant Floppy gets that shutdown. That was a 3-0 Fae.
Yeah.
That's going to give him a lot of card points, and he's now sitting on a nice
instantly
comfortable
got,
30.
He's also 4-0-4. They're going to engage onto Prime after that one with 2 down. Enemy team not doing a whole lot. Richter's hook might be able to do just enough damage to keep that from being to steal that one. Yeah, Thought Barrage knows they're there. Subject goes off.
Oh, no.
There's McSlacken with the Long Law, misses it. Hail of Arrows goes down. They're still focusing down the Prime. It's starting to do a lot of damage to the enemy team.
They won't take
Floppy
it.
can tank it.
Floppy's slowly health regenning through it. So they need to be very careful, because at this point, if they engage that fight, Floppy's going to eat them alive. Tesla Dome goes down to add the damage. The Orb Prime knocks everyone back. Tie-In's going in now. Sergeant Floppy ignoring everyone else. But Orb Prime. The Slacken gets knocked down by the ulted Rampage. Everyone's burning down what they can. Thought Barrage picking up Orb Prime. And let's see how this fight plays out now with everyone being so low. Sergeant Floppy just needs to land a few auto attacks to keep that health regen alive. He gets picked up by Richter and the Whiplash. And he's sitting at... Yeah, he's sitting at 92 health regen, so as long as he can stick to a target, he should be okay
No, he got
for a
stunned.
few more seconds. And he
He's
gets
lost it.
stunned, so that's going down. He lost all of it. Bellica bomb going down. Sergeant Floppy jumping back in, still just trying to swing and hit anything that
No mana.
moves. Bellica ult goes in, does no damage to his target, and they're going to get out alive. The orange team does pick up 1 kill on the ADC in that entire skirmish, but not quite enough, as that's just going to further your...
They're looking for a...
Faint. Gets out. That was a very risky prime they tried to finish there, because that was basically a 50-50 on who got it with the amount of targets going to hit it. Fort Barrage luckily picks that up for his team as McSlacken does go down. So, oh my god, so he won't have access to that OP buff now? Oh my god, I choked as I said McSlacken. That's not good. And the other 4 will still have OP buffs, so is that... That's an Archmagus and 3 Centurions. McSlacken actually has Centurion as well, so they only have 1 Archmagus and no Warlord. Interesting. Meanwhile, we have a Warlord, 2 Archmaguses, and 2 Centurions. So more balanced prime card distribution on the side of Team Progress. But for the side of Stiffys, Centurion heavy. They like those Centurions. They like HP. So, yeah.
I mean, 1k HP. Very,
it's a lot.
Very, very good. Yes.
Yeah,
McSlacken running into Murder's Otter now as the enemy, his teammates start pushing up that soul lane. They're looking to pick up the 3rd tier 1 tower for their team, and they have the Orb Prime to do it. Sergeant Floppy is going to engage on that minion wave. It's taking a lot of damage, and this should be
power. This is a lot of time
power.
investment, though. They're using a lot of time just to get a tier 1 tower for this. They might be able to get tier 2 off of it, but it's not the longest duration.
We should mention we have a Bane. Oh, we have a DC on Floppy.
Do we? He's on.
Yes.
No, he's still there.
Oh, he DC'd for a second. Okay.
He's struggling,
I'm
isn't he?
taking,
There he goes.
the build.
The EU
Bane.
hating you for not being so kind. Yeah, Faye does get the
Oh,
sub.
big fail.
There's Devil going with the steel. Turret goes down. Steel now has enough mana. There's the subjugate. Rampage going in to try and heal for the team, but the colossal blow is going to knock people out. There is a Tesla Dome on one side and the enemy team on the other. Murderous Otter goes down. That's going to be a killing spree for her assailant. And now Tyan has no ultimate. Rage is the last line of defense
Crutchies
with the
isn't
wave
here.
there.
He was doing black buff with Crutchies. He's not here.
Yeah, that's why it was good for them to push this. The Bella drone does go down, but that's going to be tier 2 anyway, not doing nearly enough damage. Oh boy.
No inhib.
Yeah, they need to back.
Tyan wants him. Look at him. He's going forward.
Go for the Kobe Rock. Throw it. Throw it.
Oh, Faith.
Faith's stuck in the jungle. She uses the Gadget Gate. Now Chimera's jumping on him. There's the rock. Lands right in front of Sergeant Floppy's face. Subjugate goes down. Now Tyan doesn't have the team to follow up on him. Sergeant Floppy turns. There's the call and the Murdoch lost the law to blow up the Rampage, getting no support from his teammates on what could have been a good turnaround and pickup for Team Progress.
I mean, he engaged a bit too fast, I think.
Yeah,
his team was a bit behind.
Oh dear. Well, that's not good. That's just. I mean, it doesn't. They don't lose anything off of that. Tyan just has a long death timer and no farming. No objectives.
I mean,
will be
they
taken
lost
from that.
tier 1 and tier 2.
Well, yeah, those lost, but then afterwards, the Tyan overextending, they didn't lose much off of that. So.
Yeah,
not
we have
huge
a
loss,
Bane Flash
but-
on Severok.
So Bane Flash on Severok.
We have Rictor DCing.
Oh dear, Crutch is DC'ing. Maybe he's been lagging and that's why he didn't want to go into the fight. That's why he's doing black. Oh dear.
Rip.
DC'd Richter, this is not good. This is, remember if Stiffys do win this game, there's still a best of 1 after this, but Crutchies DC, not good. Not good for Team Progress.
Indeed.
I just got a friend request from someone named Fuck Me Daddy.
Okay.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. Well, I mean, you can follow up on that in your own time if you so please. And we'll just stick along with our little tournament, yeah?
Yeah.
Who knows? It could have been like Richter DC'd. I don't know. It could be one of the Team Stiffys alt accounts.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh wow.
Let's hope Rictor will be back.
Yeah, let's hope he comes back, because a 4v5 loss here would be very upsetting, and not only that, if Stiffys win this and Crutchies isn't back for that best of 1, then it would be a default grand final win to Stiffys.
And that is not a way you want to end a tournament.
No, not at all. That'd be very anticlimactic after the good games we just had. So, let's hope. Let's hope and pray. Everyone, hashtag pray for Crutch's internet.
McSlack and DC'd too!
Request.
Oh! McSlacken disconnected.
We have a 4v4!
It's a 4v4 game, but that's a carry.
I think there are some server issues. Like, I saw Floppy disconnecting for like a few seconds as well.
Oh, Floppy.
Floppy is going on Merce. Otter Belk is going to try and peel for her. Is he going to jump onto her? Yes, he does. Gets back onto the Fae, but the slow is going to be too much. The ultimate is missed. His team is trying to help out and follow up when he can.
Floppy's going full
not enough. Sloppy's going full hand right now on 2 teammates. There's the call, and Shield Slam goes in, crushing the Fae completely. That was like...
Yeah, Narendra was just saying that everyone's getting lag spikes and stuff, so... We see Crutchies come back. Yep, he does come back. It looks like Floppy's looking for Prime. Stiffys, maybe he's gonna start Prime up. He needs some help with this. Nope. Nope, just Vision. And he's gonna go back to base. No Prime being done. No McSlacken, unfortunately, so it was 4v4. Crutchies reconnected. And now McSlacken's gonna have to reconnect. So we do seem to have some server issues. Is it a PS4 thing?
Yeah,
it could be, yeah.
There was a official Reddit post from Epic that they are aware about
because like one of the main servers or the internet, like the internet as a whole, got DDoS. Yeah. So like 10% of the internet wasn't working, and Sony was part of that.
Yep. Yeah, there were a lot of people parts of that who much felt that as well. It was not great, and whoever did that, you know, you can just go, you know, take your give me little DDoSing elsewhere, please.
I have a friend request from someone who might want to talk to you.
Oh really?
I got the same friend request, by the way. So
I have a feeling that it's a guy on meds or Grant McDonald.
Probably. Who cares?
Huh?
McSlacken has finally reconnected.
Oh, they're probably trying to add me, aren't they? But they don't realize that I'm not actually on my main account.
Well,
oh, my Smurf. One of them, at least.
One of my many Smurfs.
My master plan all along. I knew this would happen. No dodgy names popping up. Oh, faint elite.
Oh, we do have a nice ultimate from the blue team going in. Now Tyan might be going down. Managed to just pop his ultimate in time. He's going to regen just enough. The enemy team gets a speed gate. There's the Rampage Rock to disengage his team. This could be Prime for the Stiffys.
Well, McSlacken's back. We can tell from that long arm of the law just deleting Crutches off the map and Shield Slam from Devilish Troop there. Fort Barrage is going to do some zoning. Will his team take the
boom? And the enemy team isn't going to be able to do anything. Thought Barrage trying to zone them out. Rampage has no ultimate to really do anything about this now, as Stiffys are burning down Orb Prime as fast as they can. Thought Barrage doing what he can to zone them out. There's the shield wall go down. It's going to protect Orb Prime from being stolen. Now Faye buffs out her ultimate and brings Steel back down to the second floor. Churcherino is caught real badly, jumps down to the second level. What is he going to do? He's going to try and Blink Charm back up successfully, but Thought Barrage right behind him. There is the Soul Stack from the Siphon and an auto attack to get Churcherino off the map, and McSlacken gets a kill on top of the Rampage. Now Sergeant Floppy running after Rageous with the red buff. She can't do anything about it as Steel goes on the other side of her, being double teamed by the enemy team. And
Fletcher goes down.
A kill on Murder's Honor in the meantime as well. Devil's Truth gets pulled in by Crutchies. He is not taking any tower damage, so this is fruitless on his efforts.
Oh no, that might be the game.
And that will likely
should be a hit, at least.
Oh, Churcherino nearly got the Duke off. He hopped on down into the Prime Pit and blinked back up, but Fort Barrage was like, nope, not having that. And
well, meantime, Smith is lost to one tower and maybe second one, yes.
Yeah, tier 2.
I think they can probably go. They're looking to go for an inhib on the right lane.
Slacking, yeah. He's
Yeah, they're gonna get a tier 2 and an inhib in the solo lane. Crutchy's looking to do to defend, but the split push should be successful either way. Being the story of this one. Crutchies goes in for a hook, doesn't land it on the Murdoch. He dodges it, hits a minion instead. There's the silence, but McSlacken is not carrying 10 minions on the wave. He managed to get a little bit of tower aggro. Is he going to be able to pull this one off successfully? Yes, he is. Just before going down to the tower, the minions will get the job done in the mid lane. We have another inhib being taken down. And that is going to be 2 inhibs on top of the Orb Prime near Ace for the Stiffys.
Yep, and Narendra does make a good point. If the whole of Stiffys did just go into that right lane with McSlacken, they probably could have just ended the game on the core of the Orb Prime, but they chose the double inhib, and this is pretty much going to guarantee the game at this point. Prime is down for ages. All lanes are pushing towards Team Progress, so Stiffys, you know, they're just going to be sitting.
Oh, the game is not over. Like we thought last game was over. And
but that was 1-to-1 inhibs. This is 2 inhibs down straight off the bat with no return inhibs.
You know,
so
already still up.
They have 5 minutes to set a proper wave.
If they can set up some slow pushes and do something quickly and get a good team fight, but they've fallen so far behind. The card point advantage is just so evidently in the hands of Stiffys. I just don't see it swinging.
Especially Tyan now rusting off the butt of the changeling. Did he have that? Yeah, he had that. This game he was that, or was that?
It's not 40 minutes yet. There's only 1 super minion per wave.
Yeah.
So
you can actually get a proper wave built up here.
Yeah, Otto's attempting to do so. He might actually do so. He's got a decent wave building up, but Devil will probably
but he should kill the siege first.
Yeah.
The problem is you can set up a nice fat wave with the against the super minions, but all it takes is one person to go over there, ult the wave, and ruin about 3 minutes of work. So it becomes a bit of an issue. We have the super minions now building up in the solo lane against Team Progress, and as well as mid lane. So
yeah, mid lane will be us.
I think Crutchies may need to pick. Does Crutchies know any other characters? Like, do you guys know him at all?
Yeah, he does. He just loves his Richter. He's trying to live up to Pochapa, you know. Yeah, he just is idol Pochapa. He wants to be that Richter who can hit every hook and control the game. Unfortunately, not coming to fruition here. A lot of overextension, and he's getting picked off a lot for it. Yeah, probably might need to see another support out of him. This Steel has been doing work from Devil, even if he has been, you know, having a few mana issues every now and again or something. He does land decent ultimates. He is hitting multiple targets.
Oh no, Crutchy's getting himself caught out once again. He needs to blink to disengage. McSlacken landing a big ultimate from the mid lane. And there's the Steel, the shield slam, just gonna crush the fridge into the ground. Wow. And now Rampage needs to ultimate to get away. And this is been the story of the past of the entire series so far. Crutchy's getting himself caught in the jungle and using his blink, which should be for an engage, to try and escape for his life, usually not succeeding in doing so. And this should be game.
Yeah, this is probably going to be game. They're just going to march it down mid. They got supers coming from 2 angles. No Crutchies. The Steel just going, look, this is a real support. I'm going to squash you like a little bug. And he went down. Rage just gets subjugated here. Tyan going in. Throws the ball.
Oh, there's the big ultimate from Earth. Orange bringing in the Chimera back, but he's now close to his targets that he wants to be. He jumps on top of the Bellica. They're trying to peel what they can. Not going to be enough. There's the big ultimate onto the Rampage. Faint Elite is going to get the kill. And now the Tesla Dome goes down to try and clear the way. Cutcherino doing what he can to use his ultimate to clear the enemy team off the core. But everyone is going down. 2 people left on top of Team Progress. And that's going to be game. Bring us to another one in this series. The best of 1 final game going in.
Oh, maybe not.
Wait.
Oh, Crutchies with the hook. It's
Barrage going down. Crutchy's making some work now.
Chicharito's still alive.
There goes Chicharito. There's a lot of minions on the core right now. They're trying to do what they can to both kill it and protect it. Fang E goes for the blink to try and do his damage. There's no ADC inside to do it. And the Steel helps the minions get to the core, and that is going to be the game, bringing us to the final one in the series.
So that was game 3 of a best of 3, but as Stiffys came from the losers bracket and win 2-1, there will be one more best of 1 to decide the overall ending of the series. So there's one more game to be played at this tournament. The final game, Stiffys, and of course your beloved Team Progress with Crutchies on this victor. But yeah, they got beaten here, and unfortunately,
Which sounds funny.
I'm not biased. So yeah, we've got a 2-1, and we got one more best of 1 to decide the whole series, due to the way double elimination works, basically. Any words before we head into a break?
I'll just a reminder for everyone to make sure you hit that follow button onto this channel, because Team Carbon does host tournaments almost on a monthly basis. And if you do join Team Carbon into the Discord, even if you don't join the team or the community itself, you'll find a lot of good people to play with who know what they're doing and are learning from people in the high elo bracket. So you get personally coached by Team Carbon and a bunch of other people up there. So it's a good learning experience, a good community to play with. Casting today is Blood Mortius, the owner and leader of Team Carbon, as well as Forsaker, one of his admins. Is he? You're an admin,
He
right?
found my Smurf. He found my Smurf.
Okay.
Oh no.
Alrighty. So, with that being said, I'm Geronimo Jack. I'm casting this game as well. If you enjoy what we're doing, make sure you give us a follow so you can get more of our content. And we'll be back for the last game of the Carbon In-House Weekend Tournament. Team Stiffys versus Team Progress. See you in a minute.